Good Monday morning, everybody, and thanks for tuning in to Gulf Coast Weather Solutions this Monday morning. If it looks like I'm in an interesting location, it's because I am stuck in a closet here on a family vacation. This is one of the best places that I could do the shows, but thank y'all so much for tuning in to Gulf Coast Weather Solutions. Not much going on this morning at the TAMCO live Doppler radar. You're just seeing some radar noise going on this morning. That's just probably some birds or bugs that are active this morning once the sun came up. But other than that, it is a pretty quiet morning here across the region. We zoom out, don't see much going on across the south. Pretty quiet all the way even to Florida. Not much going on right now. That dry air from the high pressure is still kind of keeping everything dry. You can see all of that dry air on the mid to upper levels. Here's that high pressure ridge in the Gulf. We've got another one off towards the northwest. We're kind of just stuck in between, just lots of dry air moving into our region. So we're going to be pretty dry. I mean, you might find a very small isolated shower, a very isolated storm the next couple of days, but the coverage should be less than 10%. It is going to be another hot day and a hot week for our region. You continue to move along. I apologize for having some technical difficulties, but if we look at our current temperatures that we see across the regions, already into the 80-degree mark along the I-10 corridor. Houston's at 76, Anahuac already at 80 degrees, Beaumont at 77, down towards the coast like Holly Beach at 85 degrees. The further north that you go, you can find some low 70s, but we pretty much are already into the middle to upper 70s. It is going to continue warming up. Thanks for a sponsor of Silsby Ford. Get you one showing us that we are already off to a warm start, which we see this time of year. But look how hot we're going to get this afternoon into the middle to many areas into the upper 90s, near, if not, at the 100-degree mark. So it is going to be a hot Monday. In fact, it's going to be a hot week. We've got heat advisories already in place for today, and we're probably going to see that all week long, even into the weekend. Thanks to Modern Concrete showing us what's going on this morning into the afternoon. Not much in the weather-wise. No rain is expected. It's just we need to stay pretty cool because it is going to be a hot day. Let me move out of the way because I'm not the story, and I don't like my background right now, but tropics are not heating up. It might be hot outside, but it is not hot in the tropical outlook. It is quiet. We are still monitoring these waves or these systems that will be coming off the coast of Africa. I mean, this is a pretty big system right here, but just lots of dry air still in the tropical Atlantic and pretty strong wind shear the further west that you go. So right now, the overall background of the tropical, I would say the tropical background is still pretty unfavorable for the tropics, and that is wonderful news. Switch Electric is showing us the futurecast. Not much going on in our neck of the woods. If you're trying to find any rain, it's likely going to be further to the east. This high pressure ridge is just in the right spot to where the storms will follow this ridge, and it will go more into Alabama, Georgia, and especially the Florida Panhandle region. I'm not rubbing it in because that's where I'm at right now. I'm just showing that the rain is going to be further towards the east for us. This high pressure ridge is going to keep us hot and dry this week, and even as we get to the end of the week, it might move just towards the west where we can start seeing a little bit of shower activity. But even this weekend, it's still looking pretty dry. High pressure ridge is just somewhat in control even as we get into the weekend. Temperatures hot, forecast pretty dry. Monday through Friday, if you're going to get any rain, it should be 10% or less coverage. Good luck on getting any rain. This weekend, we might see 10 to 20%. Even then, it looks like some shower opportunity. Doesn't look like storms. We'll keep watching it, but right now, the high pressure ridge continues to stay in control. You look at the Futurecast, sponsored by TAMCO HailGuard. That's really about it. We're seeing some clouds move in. You might see a couple showers or storms over there towards Lafayette, the further east that you go, like I just said. But here in our neck of the woods, southeast Texas and southwest Louisiana, that radar or that futurecast is not broken. There's just not much going on. Temperature is the main story. It is going to be hot, hot, hot. Majority of us getting into the upper 90s, if not to the 100-degree mark. 101 in Conroe, 101 in Lufkin. Definitely is likely today, if not off and on this week. Down towards the coast, you'll be hot too, into the upper 80s to low 90s. And if we continue to move on, the wet bulb UIL globe temp that we do need to keep an eye on, it's going to be hot. This possibly is one of the hottest days that UIL has had to deal with, so we're likely to see a lot of those practices have to take some breaks kind of off and on throughout the week. Overnight, what we see this time of year, pretty much down towards the coast, low to mid 80s. I-10 corridor, upper 70s, and the rest of the region, middle to upper 70s. That just means the air conditioning's definitely going to continue to keep working. And here we are for our forecast for southeast Texas. There's really not much going on, which is good. We just need to get the high temperatures, a little bit down. Our normal highs this time of year, it definitely is hot. We're normally around 93 to 95 degrees, so we definitely are slightly above that. It is hot what we see this time of year. This is a big reason why a lot of schools back in the day didn't start until after Labor Day weekend. So it's so hot in the month of August. That's what we're seeing right now. Really no good rain showing up anytime soon. This weekend we've got some shower opportunity. That's about it. For Southwest Louisiana, temperatures hot. Heat index, that's going to be the big story in the heat advisory. By this weekend, we might start seeing a little bit better potential for some showers, but even then it looks pretty limited as high pressure is still somewhat in control. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Monday morning show. We'll have more updates throughout the day and especially throughout the week. There's not much going on in the weather world, but it is still a good time to go download the free Gulf Coast Weather Solutions app. It will keep you updated around the clock, especially once things get a little bit more active. So thanks again for tuning in to the Monday morning show. I apologize for the background, how we look. Might have some technical difficulties off and on, but I think we're doing pretty good this morning. But thank y'all again for tuning in. Have a wonderful Monday. Stay cool and have a great week, everybody. Good seeing y'all.